Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper Chronicles. We're coming back at you with another Ratchet video. Okay, this time we have a NAPA USA, and this might look familiar to a lot of you. These NAPAs or NAPA, I believe is an auto parts company or retailer, and for a while they followed back in the old days, I guess. I don't know, over 20 years ago, I would say they followed Eastco and Danaher, um, a lot like this. This is the Craftsman, and they also followed Eastco and Danaher, and this is pretty much the same ratchet as the Craftsman, except for the switches are different and the handles are a little bit different. Yeah, but like I said, these were made for NAPA by Danaher, this one in particular, and they had older ones that were made by Eastco also, like the Craftsman was made by, for a while they were made by Eastco also. And this is model NB56, and they have like some sort of symbol there, kind of a weird M, not sure what that means. But before we jump into it and open this up, if you can do me a big favor and hit the like button, but also hit the subscribe button. Trying to grow this channel. If you think this channel is worth the information that you get on it, or you enjoy it in any kind of way, I would appreciate if you would subscribe. Okay, let's take a look inside the ratchet, but let's look at the handle. To me, I kind of like this handle better than this style of handle that Craftsman went with. I don't know, this just seems a little bit more comfortable than that other one. But they also, this one is the flex head model, but they also had a flex head model for the Craftsman, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. This last position is kind of I don't know, has a lot of room there in that position, but basically 5 positions. Let's open it up and see what we see. I'm sure there'll be no surprises. Here is the ring. It's very basic for this style of ratchet. The style, they all had those rings, and here's the paper thin plate or cap there that comes with these ratchets. A lot of people don't like this style because of this thin plate style of plate. All right. Here's the gear. There is the pawl. Take the gear, just pull it out. This one is quick release, so it has the button there. Sometimes these buttons are plastic. This one might be plastic. It feels kind of plasticky. And I believe these were 36 teeth. There's a look at the teeth. The gear. Okay, these are kind of wonky to take apart. You won't be able to take apart the flex because it's got it's permanent. I've not attempted much to mess with. When I see these like this, I don't attempt much to try to take them apart because I have a feeling that they kind of just made to not be taken apart. I could be wrong, but I think there's some kind of locking mechanism in there that keeps the bolt from sliding out either way. I could be wrong. You guys, if you ever took apart one of these, tell me in the comments. Let me know what you had to do to be able to get that out. I don't want to destroy it or mess it up, so I just leave that alone. Underneath there's a ball, and you can see the teeth for the positions and the ball, and under here is a spring under the ball. To take this apart, I just pull out on, just pull forward on the pole, but make sure you cover everything because that ball is underneath and it might shoot out somewhere. Okay, now you see the ball and the switch, which now is able to come out the other side. The switch is got like a little open area there that kind of hooks into the hole there like that, so it won't be, you won't be able to take it out when it's engaged in the pawl. And underneath is a small spring underneath the ball. That's what the ball looks like. Nothing much to see there. You saw the switch. The pawl has looks like 3 teeth per side. 1, 2, 3. And in the front, this is the front as it's coming out like this. In the back, it has the cutout for the switch. You see the switch there, that shape, it fits in there like so, and you can switch it back and forth. Here is the broaching, looks pretty good. For some reason, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think the quality of these, or NAPA's or other ones, that there were a few companies that Danaher and East Coast made ratchets for, and usually those I think are a little bit better than what they did with Craftsman. I don't know, just it seems like the broaching seems a little bit better, a bit cleaner than what I sometimes see in the Craftsman. But Craftsman, Danaher was going kind of downhill towards the end there. They started replacing metal parts with plastic parts, so it was, I guess they were trying to save a few pennies here and there, and messing up the brand, I guess. To put this back together, just take your spring, put that in the hole, take the ball, put that on top of the spring. This is what I do. I usually take the pawl and just put it on, mash it down like that, and then swivel it around like that. Okay, the hard part here, which you thought that might have been the hard part, is to get the switch in, because that lip there is keeping it from going in. So what I do is make sure your switch is oriented to the pawl, and I pull up on the pawl a little bit, little by little, and I try to get the switch, that lip, in. When I pull that pawl up forward a little bit, but not too much up forward to where the ball is gonna disengage from the bottom of the pawl. And this might be tricky, but it's doable. Let's see if I can get it. No. of course, on camera, nothing seems to cooperate. Okay, let me try it again. Pull that forward. And this is what happens when it fails. You see the ball should be underneath there, and you don't see the ball there. You see the spring. So the ball kind of came up out of the spring. So I'm not trying to make this into a long video, so I'll try it one more time, and if it doesn't happen, then I'll do it off camera, because this might take a few tries. Okay, here we go again. There we go. It's like that. Okay, now that's the hard part. And you put your gear back in, take your plate, drop that in the cutout, and now you take your ring, and you put your ring in the cutout, make sure it's secure. Now you see if it's ratcheting. Yes, it's ratcheting. Another thing I don't like about this mechanism, I don't know why, but I've seen it a lot, is that one side will ratchet okay, and then when you switch it to the other side, it'll ratchet, but you have like a section where there's like, where you try to, when you ratchet back, it feels like it takes a lot of room to engage. I don't know if you can tell. This side seems better. Doesn't have like that looseness of engagement. When I switch it over to this side, you can feel that kind of like that last tooth isn't catching until you turn this a bit. And that's not this particular ratchet. That I've seen that in this style of ratchet. Not only this, but Craftsman, and it's kind of, I guess, endemic of this style of mechanism. But there you go. There's the NAPA NB56 ratchet. Pretty decent, I think. The way it's made, the quality of the mechanism, the broaching and everything seems pretty good, except for that little thing about the mechanism that's kind of goes for this whole series. All right, guys, that's all I got. Until next time.